Braids are some of the worst protective styles you could possibly get. Yes, I said it. Braids are some of the worst protective styles that you can get in the way that you guys are currently doing now in 2025. You know, I was hoping that we were going to leave a lot of these things back in 2024, but that didn't happen. So I'll play the villain role again, and we're going to talk about this. I don't want to, but we're going to do it because these are things that are a little bit ridiculous, and these are things that we really should not have to deal with, but we're dealing with them, so let's deal with them. If you're new to my channel, make sure that you know that I am coming from love, and all of the clips that I use are protected by fair use, so keep your panties out of a bunch. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so let's hop right into this. We see all the time across social media this. I don't know what happened on the world's internet where everybody began to use loads and loads and globs of edge control to braid hair, but for whatever reason people start using it, and I don't think you guys understand that it only serves one purpose and one purpose only. It is only so they can get perfect parts, because when you use edge control, it freezes the hair. Why? Because it is a polymer, and polymers are made to lock hair in place. Do you see this thick polymer she's putting? Every drop of that is gonna go in someone's scalp. Now, this is how old school cosmetologists get down. They don't need edge control to part. As you can see, she was just able to part very easily. All right, I'm gonna go a little deeper into that using some different clips where we really break them down, but we're only going to be able to do that on the CynDoll network because we know what happened the last time. You know, sometimes people get in their feelings, so make sure you go and get your free subscription to the CynDoll network. It is free, right? Go join my network, link in the description box below. But these are the things that have become the norm. These are things that we cannot leave alone. These tight braids, tight styles that you guys continue to do are looked at as protective styles. And instead of taking something out when it's too tight, you just find a way, right? You just find some type of way to take the pain away, whether it is you taking a Tylenol or whatever it is, adding oils, washing it. These things are not normal. I need you to understand that when your hair is hurting, what is happening, just like anything else, if you're walking and you hit your toe, or if you have your hand on a hot stove, eventually it's gonna you're gonna feel that pain because those nerves are gonna send a signal to your brain letting you know, hey, something's wrong. The same thing's happening on your scalp, but whenever you pop a Tylenol just to take the pain away, all you're doing is blocking those nerve signals, but it's still happening. All of these things are still being detached, and even though the videos that you guys are looking at right now are looked at as extreme cases, this really isn't an extreme case, you guys. These are the norm. This is the norm. This is something that we think is normal, and a lot of us are going to people who do not know what they're doing. Some of the best braiders that I know are also cosmetologists, and there are also people who really understand what is going on the scalp. Some of the best locticians that I know don't use oils, greases, butters, or anything on the scalp. They don't recommend you to have your hair retwisted on a regular basis because they want to reduce tension and so many other things. So when you really go to real professionals, they all are against these things. And even though these TikTok videos look like extreme cases, this is the reality. Most times when women see things online, it's embarrassing, so people don't want to take accountability. It's like, that's just her. I don't do that. But the truth is, most of us are just like this. And that is just the honest to God truth. Instead of you taking braids down that are painful, you do things like get scissors and try to cut a little bit of the braid from your scalp. It's crazy, you guys. Or things like this. And now, for whatever reason, I do not know who started it, but everybody is under the impression that adding edge controls and things of that nature to the scalp is what is going to be best. Even in this video, you guys see certain people put herbs and things of that nature all in their hair, and you're like, oh, this group of women did it, so I'm gonna do it too. But what you guys don't understand is your diet's nothing like theirs, right? The food, the additives that you're eating are nothing like theirs, and these women are shampooing their hair every day. Look at this. You guys have to get to a point where you take accountability for your own health care and your own hair care, because they are connected, right? And when you are going to people who are packing your scalp full of oils and butters for one reason and one reason only, so the end result looks good, then that's a problem. That's an issue. That's something that you should really take into consideration. It's something that you should really think about, because even like in this video, this looks okay, but every time somebody gets their hair braided, you guys are under the impression that you have to get oil sheen and just spray your hair down with oil and grease and butter. I'm telling you, in a minute I'm going to pop up some things
here coming at you with the inside look at scalp psoriasis. Now, a lot of people do not know what scalp psoriasis is, and whenever you guys see, not just on my channel but somebody in general with thinning edges, bald spots, people naturally think that they're going bald or that it's from weaves or braids or something like that. But no, scalp psoriasis is a real life disorder. Now, this photo here is the version of scalp psoriasis that this client in this video has, but there are cases where it could get a lot worse. Like in this picture, scalp psoriasis is a serious disorder that a lot of people suffer from in private, because like many skin disorders, it is very, very, very embarrassing. So let's learn a little bit about it. Scalp psoriasis is a common skin disorder that makes braids, reddish, often scaly patches. It can pop up as a single patch or several, and can even affect your entire scalp. It can also spread to your forehead, the back of your neck, or behind and inside your ears. You can't catch scalp psoriasis from another person. As with other types, we don't know what causes it. Doctors believe it comes from something wrong with your immune system that causes skin cells to grow quickly and build up into patches. Yeah, you may be more likely to get scalp psoriasis if it runs in your family. So, you guys, scalp psoriasis is a real life scalp disorder that, like I said, most people do not know about. Most people think that it's a form of dandruff or something like that. Scalp psoriasis is not a form of dandruff.
So this is a video from about 7 or 8 years ago of one of my clients who ended up having plaque psoriasis, and I did a full series on her hair and on her scalp. I think I'm gonna put that on the CynDoll network, so make sure you head over there if you want to see how her scalp turned out. But she did have scalp psoriasis, right? Psoriasis is something that, like I told you, it doesn't necessarily have to have anything to do with what you put on your scalp. This was one of my clients that did not oil and grease her scalp or anything like that. It was from an internal level. She had just had baby and all of that jazz. Again, let me know in the comments if you want to know more about it, and then that'll determine if whether or not I put it on the CynDoll network or if it's here on my channel. But at this point, she is using a medicated shampoo and conditioner. But I want you guys, as you're watching me shampoo her hair, I want you to look at these black brands that are on the TV. Well, you may be watching me on your TV. Let me know in the comments. Are you watching me on the TV or on your phone? I want you to pay attention. Most of y'all black businesses are not even owned by black people. They just know what to put on the label. So all of these products that y'all are packing in y'all scalp, sleeping in, they're not created or formulated by black people. They just know how to do proper marketing, and it's worked, and it's going to keep working, so they're going to keep doing it. Your precious blue magic was made by a white man. Yes. So these are the things that I need y'all to let go of. And even though it seems like, yeah, your precious jam, that this is who made the jam that your favorite braiders are packing in your scalp. This is who made it. So I need y'all to understand these things. I really need you to understand these things. And you, instead of being the victim, or instead of taking this video in a way like, oh my God, look at what they're doing to us. No, take responsibility for your hair care, and ask yourself, when you go into a beauty supply store and you look down the aisle, all of these different products, I want you to first, before you even get in your car, know everything that there is to know about your body before you go in the store, and then ask the person that works there, oh, what should I buy? What should I get for my hair? What does my body need? Nobody should know what your body needs more than you. And again, these are the things that I really want us to think about. These are the things that I want you to remember, because it's not as black and white as everybody tries to make it sound. It's not as simplistic as everyone tries to make it. Most of the products that you guys are using that you just swear, oh, black women need, are not made by black people. I need y'all to understand supply and demand. I remember I learned about supply and demand in econ when I was in high school, right? So I learned all about this, and you did too. You just forgot, because at the time you were in school learning about it, but now you are the consumer that they're doing this for. You're the consumer that they're trying to manipulate. So I need you to take yourself out of the consumer position, and then just look at it from a state of, okay, what does my body need? Let me learn myself. Let me be a master of self. Stop getting on YouTube and looking for people who are going to help you in your range. They don't want us to be black women. Stop it. Right now, you're going to see a couple of comments pop up on the screen. If it's moving too fast, stop it and read it and see if you see yourself in any of these women. Because everybody is like, oh my God, okay. Because for the last 12 years, that's what you guys have been believing. And it's going to be shocking. Anything that's brand new is going to be shocking. It's never going to be something that's easy, that feels good. No, but be open to learn, right? Be really, 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 really quick to listen and really slow to speak. Oh, you know where that come from? Like, seriously. And if we can get in the pattern of listening more than we talk, we will be so good. But I remember my father used to always tell me, Latrice, that's my middle name, Latrice, I need you to listen to hear me. Don't listen to respond. Most people that watch my videos and take the things that I say the wrong way, you're not listening to understand or to comprehend what I'm saying. You're listening to respond. So you don't hear what I'm saying, the context of what I'm saying, the routines and patterns and the different pieces that I'm trying to get you to see, so you can connect the dots for yourself. You don't see that. You're just looking for key trigger words and like, I don't like that you said this, I don't like that you said that, because you're listening to respond instead of listening to understand. Change that in 2024, because I think we can all see that it's gotten you absolutely nowhere. Most of you who have left professional cosmetologists to go into Team Natural are at the same place that you were when you left professional cosmetologists. You at the same place. So let's get to a point where we're able to just sit down and think for ourselves, because I'm not telling you that anybody's right or wrong. Yes, I am. I'm telling you, Team Natural's wrong. If 2 left feet, I am. But what I'm saying is this: you can prove it for yourself. I'm not gonna try to prove it to you. I want you to go and look. How many setbacks have you had? Compare those setbacks to the people that you've been listening to. And what I want you to do is really do the process of elimination. Get a mannequin. Don't test it out on yourself. Get you 2 mannequins, right? One mannequin, do it your way, the way that you've been doing it. And then the second mannequin, do it my way. And then you let me know at the end of 2 months which mannequin comes out better. It's so simple. It's so simple. It's so simple. It really is, right? So again, I want us to get to a place where we can talk without offense. We did I gave her scalp a treatment, but I want you to notice that I didn't get a comb and scrape her scalp and scrape the dead skin up with psoriasis, with dandruff, with seborrheic dermatitis, even though that's what you guys have been doing forever. Getting combs and scraping is literally one of the worst things that you can do. I want you to think about it like this: the same skin that you have on your scalp is the same skin you have on your arm. So if you get a scratch on your arm and then you peel it, are you more likely to get a scab on your, not a scab, a scar on your arm where the scab is, if you peel it or if you leave it alone? Most likely you're gonna have a scar if you're peeling it. So you want to leave it alone and you just let the scab fall off naturally. When you shower, it'll lift up on its own. It's the same thing when you're shampooing your scalp. It seems like you're just supposed to remove all this dandruff. No, baby. Let it lift up naturally the same way you would with a scab on your arm. So it's not a shot at nobody, but if somebody never went to school, they don't think to connect it scientifically, right? Everybody is deducting the human scalp from the rest of the body. You wouldn't take edge control. Like I'm telling you, the glide that I showed y'all at the beginning of the video, you would not take that glide and put it all over your face. And if you did, you would have the biggest pimple bumps. You would have cauliflower pimple bumps all over your face. But y'all are sitting in chairs and letting women take globs of edge control and slathering it on the scalp. I'm saying shame on you. To the cosmetologist, the braider that's doing it. If you're a braider, you never been to school and you just doing braids to get some extra money, shame on you too. But you don't know better. You don't know better. But if you are a licensed cosmetologist slathering edge control like that, and y'all talk about it's so satisfying to watch. It's so satisfying to watch a slow death. You watching a slow death. Y'all are sick. So these are the things that I need y'all to think about, because you slathering that much edge control on somebody's scalp is absolutely insane. And then when you say something to certain cosmetologists about it, they're like, I've been doing it for years and ain't none of my clients ever complained. Ain't none of their hair never fell out. Meanwhile, all y'all are in blogs talking about y'all dandruff, y'all seborrheic dermatitis, y'all folliculitis, and all of these other things, but nobody's connecting the dots. So did you forget that you just went to a braider that put her whole bottle of edge control in your scalp for 2 braids? Did you forget? And do you understand that polymers are not removed by 1 to 2 shampoos? Girl, that edge control is in your follicles. Oh my God, like I really want y'all to rewind the video and look at that clip of how much freaking edge control she put in that woman's scalp. And think about, where do you think it goes? It doesn't melt away. It went directly into the follicle. Y'all grease the scalp with edge control so your parts can be perfect, because the edge control is a polymer, and a polymer helps you to mold hair to make it stick. A polymer helps you control flyaways, all of the things, right? We're gonna have a live coming really, really soon about polymers, so make sure your post notifications are on, right? But when you put this edge control on your scalp, it is literally suffocating your follicles, suffocating the follicles. And they're putting half the freaking bottle on your scalp. And then most of y'all don't even use shampoo. You using co-washing stuff. Girl. But even if you do use a regular shampoo, even the strongest shampoo you can find, it's not going to get that edge control out in the first wash. It may not get it out in the second wash. There have been multiple videos. I think I did one that had a reaction to one. I'll leave it in the description box below, where a cosmetologist and her client, thank God, was real cool about it. But she had went to a braider that slathered her hair in edge control. And so she goes to her cosmetologist for her cosmetologist to, give her a detox, a shampoo, a condition, a trim, and all of that. And the cosmetologist shampooed her hair like 10 times with clarifying shampoo. She even got as desperate as like, girl, I'm about to go get some of this Dawn laundry, like dishwasher liquid, because I literally don't know what else to do. Nothing worked. But she was like, this is the best we got. She blow dried her hair and her hair was stiff as a board. Why? Because that much edge control should never be on anybody's scalp. One human being should never have that much edge control. But for whatever reason, adult women are going and sitting down and letting other adult women do this to their hair and not saying anything about it. So if this is going to be something that is the norm, then everybody's going to do it. If nobody speaks up, it's going to become the norm. There are braiders that do not use edge control. There are. And if everybody starts holding all of these braiders accountable, and if everybody holds their self accountable and say, okay, we need to find something else, then everybody will be good. But if nobody's going to be accountable, I know it's going to be somebody's granddaughter in the comments like, girl, I've been using it forever and it's good, you hate it. But it's like, girl, I need y'all to start connecting the dots, right? Look at all of your patterns in your routines. Look at the rice water, the apple cider vinegar. Look at the sleeping in conditioner. Look at the bagging method. Look at the girl that taught you to mix oils in conditioners that's already made and put bags on your head and sleep in it or walk around the house. Like, these are things that y'all have to think about. But everybody's just like, oh my God, my hair's thinning out. I don't know why. What's going on? And you forgot all 317,000 products that's under your sink. No, we have to get to a place where we're accountable to each other and with ourselves. For real, in real life. So for her, we ended up doing a couple of beaded tracks. I think thus far we have like three or four in her hair, and I did a video about her previously. I'll leave it in the comments. But when I first started doing her hair, I was doing sew-ins, and then I wanted to take her out of sew-ins because of her psoriasis, and we went from sew-ins to these couple of beaded tracks, and then she was completely out of sew-ins. Her psoriasis was healed, and y'all, everything was amazing. So let me know if whether or not you guys want can't talk. Let me know whether or not you guys want to see the finished portion of her video. That for sure is going to be on the CynDoll network if you want to see it. So if you want to see the finished result, her ending finished result of how her hair ends up coming out, then let me know. That you just saw was a review for one of my extracts, and here is another one for our blue box. You guys, make sure you shop Simple Apothecary LLC, because I teach you a lot of things for the external here on my channel, but I'm also diving deeper into the apothecary so you guys can learn a lot more about the internal. If you haven't done so already, make sure you watch the last video that I did on soursop up because it is amazing. All right, and it's crazy. I love you guys so much. Thank you, because we freaking sold out of our soursop blend in under like 48 hours. Crazy, but we are restocked. Everything's locked and loaded and ready to go, and the soursop elixir is coming later on today. So make sure again you are subscribed to my website, and make sure that you are over there on the CynDoll network, because you won't miss anything, right? Anything. So this is how her hair ended up turning out. I need y'all to understand that, again, with her hair, you just washed it. Even though she has psoriasis, it's not changing the tools or anything that I am using, right? All I am putting on her hair, all I put on her hair was leave-in conditioner and heat protectant as I'm flat ironing her hair. That is it, and that is all, nothing more. Now, this, what looks like edge control that we are putting on, is actually not even edge control. She has a dermatologist, and her dermatologist actually recommended a certain ointment for her, so we ended up mixing it. And I ended up doing something for its consistency, right? I've been an herbalist for a minute, baby. I have my concoction, so that's what we did. But it was something that was non-comedogenic, and it's something that her dermatologist recommended as well. All right, so yeah, this is how her hair ended up coming out. Again, she only has those 3 to 4 beaded tracks in there, which still makes her scalp really, really breathable, because as I explained to you with psoriasis in that small little clip, I kind of sort of explained it to you, it ends up throwing off the skin cell turnover cycle of your scalp because of your immune system. It's more so your immune system, whereas seborrheic dermatitis or dandruff is something that can be self-inflicted. It could be a little bit related to your immune system and what you're eating, but for the most part, that's not the thing, right? So that's my old intro, and I'm not editing it out. No, I'm not. No. So these videos are a little older. I'm just talking over them just so you guys can get a clear visual of what I mean, okay? This is my old product line. I do not have it no more. Nothing went wrong. Nothing went bad. I just don't want to steal hair products. I just don't want to do it. But one day, let me know if you want me to. Let me know in the comments. I'll share like some old reviews that I had. Sometimes I still get people like, oh my God, Cyn, have you ever thought about bringing it back? It's the best leave-in conditioner I've ever used in my life. But no. So, anywho, now at this point, this client of mine has been detoxed and deep conditioned. That is how every client started when they came in. Now, this is a client that was coming in like after the summer, but she does keep up with her hair really good. But I need y'all to understand, even though braids are protective styles, sometimes, baby, sometimes when you leave a protective style, I'm doing a quotation marks on my finger, when you leave a protective style in your hair for, let's say, 3, 4, 5 months, it's no longer protective, my baby. It's only a protective style, and this is just my professional opinion. I know a lot of y'all are not going to agree, but to me, a protective style is only protective for about the first 4 weeks. After that, it is went from a protective style to basically a weightlifting competition, because at this point, your hair is just holding up the weight of whatever the hair extensions, right? So that's something that I need everybody to think about. That's why a lot of times you see people that have weaves for long periods of time, their hair is long, but if an ant farts on it, it's gonna break off. You just get one ant and 2 centipedes that fart on your hair, and all of your hair gonna fall off. And that's because the hair is weak, because the oxygen flow has been cut off, it's been wrapped up, it's been braided up, and so that is the issue. And then something that I'm going to give you a visual representation for as I'm straightening her hair, or after I straighten her hair once I cut it. Most of the time when you do a protective style, you put that protective style in a ponytail. And because that protective style is always in a ponytail, everybody has the same cone shaped breakage. Even if you don't put your hair in a ponytail per se, I'm not, I didn't mean a ponytail, a protective style per se. If you do that real cute top knot bun, you know, y'all like to take that one string and tie it around your hair like, oh, it's cute. It's cute. And so is that cone shaped dome at the bottom of your ends, because at the end of the day your hair is a fiber, and you go in your house and just get some dental floss, and you take that dental floss and then take a hair tie and just wrap the hair tie around the dental floss all day and then take it out, and then you tell me how that dental floss looks in comparison to a fresh piece of dental floss. It's gonna be worn down and torn down. Well, what do you think is happening to your hair? When you take your hair out of the ponytail, all of that hair that's wrapped around the ponytail holder, that hair that was supposed to be on your head, and all of that hair that's wrapped around that ponytail holder is the hair that was on your head that caused that cone shaped form of breakage. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about in a second. But these are the things that I really want y'all to think about, instead of everybody demonizing blow dryers and flat irons and straighteners and all of that. What you need to do is really sit down and look at your patterns and your routines, because at the end of the day, that's going to be the thing that determines, oh my god, my daughter's earrings look so cute. She's saying hi. Okay, let me kiss. Okay, bye. You messed up the voiceover and I'm not doing this part over. Okay, sorry y'all. Okay, so what was I saying? I don't remember. But anywho, I'm just gonna start here. Is my daughter so cute? She's so cute. She's 13 now, guys. I don't know what I'm gonna do. So my son's voice is getting deep. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Okay. Anyway. Okay, let's get back to it. Sorry. Okay, so now let's get to it. So cone shape breakage, that's what we're talking about. So I'm going to give you another video link where I went deeper into cone shape breakage and all of that. So I won't rant about that because I already did. So just make sure you go and watch that video. But at this point now, right, her hair is still very healthy, because like I said, it was just a very small season. But imagine if she would have if she was one of those people that was like, oh, I'm only going to get a trim once a year. Oh, I'm only going to get a trim once every 3 to 4 years. I want y'all to think about this. And I know a lot of people won't like what I have to say, but I really don't care. Why is it that you treat your car better than you treat your hair? Most people won't go longer than a couple of months or however it works with cars without getting a tune up or whatever. But you're not gonna do maintenance on your ends, and then you wonder why you can't retain length. Everybody's hair is growing, but you're not able to retain the length because your ends keep splitting. But guess what? If you just kept up with regular trims, then you would have absolutely nothing to worry about. Check the video links in the description box below, where I show you one of my clients with healthy hair and her trim, and you're gonna see that the trims look very different. My clients with healthy hair, when they come in for a trim, you see me cut off like centimeters, like it's like fairy dust. If anything, it's so many people within the 7-day challenge that are like, oh my god, my cosmetologists are like, whatever you've been doing, keep doing it, because yes, it's been 10 weeks, but we don't need to cut your hair. Let's wait 2 weeks. These are the things that you guys need to understand. As a professional cosmetologist, I'm going to tell you, if you are just getting in the routine of trimming your ends, go every 8 to 10 weeks. The more you get in the routine, in the pattern, right, with healthy patterns that don't break your hair, the more and the less likely you're going to have to get a trim in those 10 weeks. One of the 7-day challenge members, one of the gurus, she's at every 14 weeks. From every 8 to 10 weeks to every 14 weeks, she's getting a trim. So it's up to you. But most of y'all need a trim every 24 hours because of the way that y'all, just simply off the way you detangle your hair, you need a trim every 2 hours, every 25 minutes, every 15 seconds, every 45, 25 seconds. So these are things that I really want y'all to think about, because hair care is so simplistic. It's so simplistic, but we make it hard, and it's almost like at this point, don't take this offensively, but it's almost like some type of mental block, because it doesn't make sense. A lot of the things that we do, it doesn't make sense. Like, most of the time your hair isn't dry, isn't nothing, but you're like, oh my god, I just need to grease my scalp. To detox your scalp and detox your hair, just to dry it and then slather it in oil, is absolute insanity. To get a protective style, something that is supposed to give your body, your hair shaft oxygen flow and your scalp oxygen flow, but then go to somebody who literally takes half of the bottle of edge control and like, oh, this is so satisfying, putting the gel on my wristband and then slathering it all in your scalp. Like, what are we doing? I need us to get to a place where we are not surrendering all of our everything to the person who we're letting do our hair. No, that's not what type of relationship it is. When I was behind the chair, I was in co-creation of whatever vision my client saw of their self. I wasn't completely in control. It was like, okay, what do you want? But see, the problem is most of y'all don't know what you want. You don't know what you want. You don't know what you're looking for. You just know, I want my hair to look like this girl's over here, but what can we actually do? And these are the conversations that you need to be able to have with your cosmetologist. So remember that cone-shaped breakage I was talking about right there. Your protective styles, after a while, become styles that are protecting whatever extensions you put in. It's just a weightlifting contest, weight training. And most of the time the ends lose, because most of the time when y'all have protective styles, y'all leaving y'all hair wet, you're not sitting under the dryer and letting your hair dry. These are the things that are happening. And once again, most of y'all, as soon as you get a protective style, the first thing you do is put it in a ponytail or a big top knot bun. That is where this cone shape breakage comes from. And when I tell y'all that I've had over 47,000 clients in my career, I know that for a fact because I did online booking for the last decade of my career. And I have a system that tells me all of my clients like by name. So I just looked at the number. Okay, and I even have them separated by returning, and so that's a lot of people, and all of them had this same exact cone shape breakage. All of them. Let me know in the comments right now if you want me to do like a short little compilation showing you, because almost every single client that sat in my chair had this same cone shape breakage. And when I asked the questions, I asked the same questions and got the same exact answers. Y'all all have been following the same YouTubers. Y'all all have been doing the same hacks. Y'all have all been using the same tools, the same rice nipple juice in your hair, the same coconut nipple juice on your hair, everything. All of the same things have been being applied. So we have to get to a place where we understand that if we're the person, if you're the person who put yourself in that position, you're the only person who has the ability to reverse it, right? So as you can see, her trim just evened everything out the same way that I talk to y'all, the same way that I talk to my clients. So she got a lecture and we did not have this problem again. Okay. I'm not saying that you shouldn't get braids. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not trying to say that you shouldn't put twists in your hair, but what I'm saying is, if you put those twists in your hair, understand detangling is gonna be some shit. It is. That's why most of y'all that get 2-strand twists put in y'all hair by professional cosmetologists, when it's time for y'all to go in to see the cosmetologist, you don't have your hair properly detangled. You know why? You don't know how to do it. Because when you take those locks down, and I'm saying locks and not twists because that's what they become. So by the time it's time for you to go in to see your cosmetologist, your hair is basically locked up. So hell yeah, it's gonna take that cosmetologist a long time to detangle it because you've had your hair locking up for as long as they've been in. So these are things that I want you to think about. If you want to know what different things you can do to your hair outside of flat ironing it, because there are other options, then watch the live lecture that I have linked in the description box below. I love you guys so much. I really hope that this conversation wasn't too spicy for you. And I tried to kind of change the conversation away from braiders and edge control, but that's what this video was about. Y'all braiders, this packet edge control on the scalp needs to stop before y'all all have diarrhea for all of 2025 up into 2026. Okay, I love you guys so much. Make sure you subscribe, leave a comment, let me know how you feel, even if you're mad. All right.